been waiting for this. It's Scottish Cup semi-final weekend, and we have a look ahead to our match at Hampden on Sunday against Celtic, and the all-important supporters info coming up on this special AFC DONScast on Friday, the 12th of April. So our Cup semi-final match is nearly upon us, and our road to Hampden hasn't been the easiest, starting off with a 1-1 draw against Stenhousemuir at home to Pittodrie, before we put things right with a 4-1 win in the replay. In the fifth round, Queen of the South succumbed to a 5-1 win for the Dons before facing the Rangers in the sixth round, and another replay following a 1-1 draw at Pittodrie. And it was the Dons that were on top to see out a 2-0 win at Ibrox to get to where we are today as we face Celtic at Hampden on Sunday. So, what does Derek McInnes think about the match? Let's find out.
We're kind of familiar with this, the build-up, we'll be familiar with the surroundings. Come Sunday, I think that familiarity helps by keep revisiting everything that a semi-final and a final entails. So I think we've got the experience, and certainly the last couple of games against Celtic, both in Glasgow at Celtic Park, three if you count the 1-0 victory at the end of last season. The 1-0 defeat at Celtic Park, nothing in the game. Scott Sinclair scores, fantastic back heel, and then a 0-0 last time out at Celtic Park a couple of weeks ago. So the last few games against them in Glasgow, we have been always in the game. We've been very close to winning a game, but ultimately we've only had that one victory. But we feel there's been enough in all three games recently in Glasgow that we can go into the game with plenty of confidence.
Scott McKenna will be taking the captain's role on Sunday, and he sounds that he's very much up for it.
I don't know when I'll move on from Aberdeen, but I want to make sure that I'm moved on from being a successful team. I don't want to be in the generation that came in behind the cup winners and we didn't really achieve anything. So if I'm going to leave Aberdeen, I want to do it with a Scottish Cup. It's a one-off game. It's not like you need to play 38 games over the course of a season. It's one game, and if we turn up and get a result, what a chance we have of winning the cup. And the manager and all the boys that were here when they won the cup in 2014, a lot of them say that's the best football in memory. So obviously all us younger ones want to try and experience that as well.
Lewis Ferguson scored in the 1-0 League Cup win against the Rangers in October, and also played in the 1-0 League win at Ibrox in December, and last month's 2-0 last 8 Cup replay victory.
It's been a great season for you personally. You enjoyed it?
Yeah, it's been brilliant. It's been my first kind of full season, and I've enjoyed every moment of it.
Yeah, and the fans have really taken you to as well, Lewis, and that just helps, doesn't it? Makes life easier for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it makes everything so much easier when the fans and even the boys and the staff take to you. It can only make my experience better.
Yeah, well, it'd be nice to have something to show for the end of the season, wouldn't it?
Exactly. I spoke about it last week, where I think it was when the press were in. They says it's been a good season for you. You've been to finals. Well, a final, potentially another one, but I don't want to be remembered for just going to finals and turning up on the day. I want to be remembered for winning cups and creating moments for these fans.
It's prize burst time at 22. Oh, Jess has got the crisps. Treat yourself. Mum's on Sky Bingo. Lovely. And, oh no! Terrible, what a travesty. Look at all them crisps all over the... Yeah, feed it up. I'm doing an advert, darling. Quick. That's it. Yeah, Mum's back to prize burst. Free to play every day. I've just gone for the clover. How lovely. Oh, bingo! Yes, look at her. Go on, girl. Prize burst. Free to play every day at Sky Bingo. Exciting times.
On your phone, on your tablet, and online. This is the AFC DONScast News.
A young man gearing up for his big day in the spotlight is 10-year-old Callan Baxter. Callan will lead out the Dons at Hampden on Sunday. He takes part in the Community Trust Footy Teas programme, where school pupils enjoy a healthy snack, along with some physical activity based around teamwork and communication. Shea Logan was on hand last week to present him with a new Aberdeen strip, and he had a tour of Pittodrie. And thanks to a number of companies and the Red Army, 75 Aberdeen for All recipients will also be heading to Hampden on Sunday after receiving a free ticket and transport to the game. Some of the supporters will be making their first ever trip to the National Stadium, so we hope you enjoy your day out. In a bit of good news ahead of the game, it looks as if Greg Stewart, Conor McLennan and Dean Campbell will be past fit for the match. Greg and Conor were injured in last week's win over Dundee, while Dean picked up a knock in the win over Motherwell 3 days earlier. In not ideal timing, it looks as if Graham Shinnie will be making a switch to Derby County over the summer. Graham is suspended for the game on Sunday and travelled to Pride Park this week for discussions. Frank Lampard is keen on signing the midfielder. Weather-wise on Sunday, nothing to write home about, unfortunately. It'll be dry, which is the main thing, but there will be a chilly wind, so that hat and jacket will be definitely called for. And if you haven't done so already, don't forget to collect your CAP semi-final tickets. The ticket office is open tomorrow from 9:30am to 5pm. Don't bother turning up on Sunday, because they won't be there.
For more Dons news every day, head online to invernessreds.co.uk.
If you're heading to the game on Sunday, there's a ton of travel advice on the club website. Bus parking will be either at the ground if you manage to get a parking pass, or on Battlefield Road and Langside Road. ScotRail are also putting on extra carriages and services from Glasgow Central out to the stadium. Just be aware, though, that there is engineering work on the line out to Hampden. So be aware that. Look at the notices at Glasgow Central to find out what's happening there. And if you're heading to the Shed is Red pre-match party, doors open at 10:30am. You can get free breakfast rolls from then till 11. Drink will be served from 11am. And remember to take your ticket for early access after midday. Doors open to all on a first-come, first-served basis. And there's a specially extended Here We Go AFC podcast on the go this week. 90 minutes featuring Derek Ray, Tom Watt and Graham Hunter. You'll find it in all the normal podcast places. If you can't make it to the game on Sunday, you have a few choices to see the game. If you're abroad, you can see the game on Red TV International from 1:45pm or audio only for UK and Ireland subscribers. You can also sign up to Premier Sports. The first month is free if you haven't signed up already. Coverage starts at 1:30pm on Premier Sports 1. More info at premiersports.com. And if you can really wait and lock yourself away in a dark room somewhere, on Monday evening, Free Sports is showing the game in full at 8pm in the evening. Free Sports is on Freeview and BT TV Channel 64, Sky Channel 422, Virgin Channel 553 and FreeSat Channel 252. And I'm sure there'll be somebody with a hooky internet feed somewhere online. So Sunday is not too far away as the Red Army descend in numbers on Hampden. Have a great day out if you're heading to the game, and fingers crossed we come away with a place in the final secured. I'll be back on Tuesday evening from 8 with all the post-match reaction from Hampden and a look at the week's Dons news and Scottish football news. Till then, thanks for listening and stand free.
That's all for this week. More Aberdeen news next Tuesday evening from 8. That's all for this week from the AFC DONScast. Why not download and listen to the Here We Go AFC podcast? Discussion, reaction, interviews and special guests made by Aberdeen fans for Aberdeen fans. Tune in now for the latest episode.